Hi everyone, welcome to my Game Week 32 preview for ChampmanFPL. I hope you're all good, enjoying the sunshine. Well done if you had a good Game Week 31. I saw some pretty low scores out there this week, but yeah, a bit of a mixed bag maybe. I think the results mainly went as expected. Arsenal didn't get a clean sheet. Blackburn scored 3 goals with 4 shots, I think it was. So yeah, we expected a low shot count from Blackburn, but they just managed to score with nearly all of them. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Clean sheets never guaranteed. What was the other one that didn't go the way we expected? I think Villa only scoring once was a little bit of a letdown, but the main man Dublin got his goal, so not too bad. And then the other results I think pretty much went. There was no surprises. Some of the games were kind of 50-50, but like the Middlesbrough Liverpool game, for example, it was kind of difficult to call, but not really a surprise that Middlesbrough won that home game. It was just some of the popular picks I think didn't quite do it. The wrong Newcastle midfielders returned, although they did get the kind of win we hoped for. It's just not quite the players we hoped for, which can happen. What else was it? Chelsea got their 2-0 win. Another clean sheet for Chelsea. Surely they're going to concede eventually, but another clean sheet for Chelsea. Lots of Larson holders out there. A bit unlucky with his injury. And yeah, I'm really kicking myself that I sold Viduka last week. That was poor decision making. I bemoaned my luck a little bit recently, but that was just poor decision making. But yeah, I've free hitted this week. I got 50 points, not great, but I still think I'm about 25 points up on what I would have had because I've just got so many injuries at the moment, and none of my players really returned that I had. So not exactly sure what I would have done with transfers, but I think it's safe to say that I'm at least 20, if not 25 points up with a free hit because, yeah, as I say, just so many injuries, which isn't getting any better because Larson was one of the guys that would have played. So yeah, I could really do without him being out for a long time. If the other injury is me as well, then I'll be up to 5 injuries. So yeah, coming apart a bit, but oh well, luck of the draw. Leaderboard then. Ajax trees down, still top, but the pack are closing in a bit. It's not just FPL George anymore that could take him at any moment. I think right down to 6th, 7th is still well in it, I think. So yeah, pressure's on. I know there's some chips in hand as well for some of the people behind him. Anyway, I don't know all of them, but so yeah, exciting stuff. Game week. Yeah, there's some decent scores here. Considering Man United didn't play, I think that's a reasonable game week sort of leaderboard. Definitely seen worse weeks. But as I say, a lot of the results were fairly predictable. So on to Game Week 32. Blackburn Leicester. Blackburn play normal at home, but they normally do all right. And Leicester will either be normal or attacking, definitely not defensive. And we kind of saw that against Villa, didn't we? They got their goal. They're always capable of scoring away from home, even though they're not a great team. They give themselves a chance. But Blackburn well out on top here. Averaging just over 2 goals a game. 5 times they've hit 3+, and only blanked once. Scored twice, quite a lot there as well. Really strong looking home game. Maybe Blackburn do this week what Villa couldn't do last week. Who knows? But again, Leicester, they do give themselves a chance away from home. They don't give the game up like some other teams do. So yeah, 10 clean sheets for Blackburn, but Leicester have got a chance of scoring a goal or 2. Top returners, Ben Janssen, 2 guy, kind of what you'd expect, isn't it? the midfield rotates a bit in Sims. The ball doesn't always play up front in Sims. Solano sometimes plays, sometimes doesn't. Duff is in and out, etc. So yeah, these are the main guys. This is what you'd expect to see. But if we get fuller team news from Blackburn, then I think any of their guys are a good pick. Bolton Watford. Bolton will be attacking. Watford will be playing normal. So again, neither team really trying to shut the game down, which is good. And yeah, good strong home wins for Bolton, averaging 2 goals 6 times. They've hit 3 or more. They've hit a 5 there as well. Only 4 clean sheets though, and Watford scoring some goals themselves, aren't they? It's not bad for an away team. This say they're not playing defensively. Their midfielders have got the overlap again this week. So if you bought in Petkov this week, he did well, didn't he? He got a goal and bonus, so that's decent. But if you did go for Tessem, then this isn't a terrible game for him. He's got the same situation as he had against Derby. They're just not quite as attacking, obviously, because they're away. But it's still not terrible for him if you do need to play him. And player returns then. So Pedersen, Gardner, Ricketts. It's Ramberg really in our sim. I'm struggling to get Ramberg to sort of nail himself in the Bolton team. But I think Ricketts sort of paints the same picture. Wouter, again, it's Tessem in our sim, really, not Wouter. But yeah, it's all the same, really. They're in the same positions. Gale, Van Atse, Smith, yeah, Petkov could easily have made it another decent game for him. So yeah, could be a nice open game, that one. Hopefully, we'll see plenty of goals. Chelsea Borough. So Chelsea are at home again. They'll play attacking. Middlesbrough play more defensively against the higher rep teams, but they're not men behind the ball. They do counter attack. It's not completely tragic. And Chelsea coming out on top. So yeah, Middlesbrough are a good team, aren't they? So Chelsea aren't going crazy in this game. The average is a little bit lower than sort of most home games that they have. But it's still not bad. They've only blanked 4 times. They've kept 10 clean sheets. So yeah, another 1 or 2-0 isn't out of the question, is it? But surely they're going to concede against eventually. But on paper, looks another good game for Chelsea. And Middlesbrough struggling a little bit. Top returns, Carboni's Endon, Good Johnson, Lampard, yeah, Forsell, any of the defence. All good. City Villa. So City are in a bit of danger of going down at the moment. They could do with a result. They'll be playing attacking at home to Villa. Villa will play normal away to this kind of opposition. So again, neither team shutting it down. And both comfortably averaging over a goal a game. City have hit 3+5 times. Villa have done it once in that crazy 6-4 game. Not many clean sheets around, so yeah, Dublin again could easily score in this game. Villa not particularly likely to blank. They could easily score a goal. But yeah, good home game for City. Slightly better for their forwards. And there is that 6-4 games of Dion Dublin hat-trick. Brace for one shot. Yeah, that would be... we haven't seen too many off-the-scale games like that, have we? Maybe we'll get one before the end of the season. Yeah, I think it's a bad game for Villa defence, but I think Dublin is another hold for this week, really. Unless you've got a particular plan for that spot, I wouldn't worry about keeping him. And top returns, quite spread out, so nobody really running away with it like Dublin did last week. But yeah, good spread of goals through the team for City, and yeah, wouldn't rule out Villa's front two. Man United back in action against Ipswich. Ipswich play normal against high rep teams at home. Man United will be attacking. And yeah, good strong away game for Man United. Obviously they're away, so they don't. The Sims aren't affected by rep rotation because they're away, so they always play their strong team. So it comes out looking decent. 8 times out of 20 they've hit 3+. That's pretty good. 9 clean sheets. Ipswich have scored a couple of goals themselves. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times Ipswich have scored twice. All 3 times though. So that's not too bad, is it? Really? If Doherty plays up front, he could get on the action there, couldn't you? You see, he's got man of the match a couple of times there. So not awful for him, which is good news for me because he's definitely going to be needed. And here's the 7-1 that was at the top of the list. So yeah, Van Nistelrooy got a brace and an assist in that game. Chadwick got a goal, 2 assists, and got himself sent off. Veron, a goal, assist, played a 10. Yeah, I think Man United, I say it's an away game, so there wouldn't have been rep rotation, but maybe they were. Maybe it was end of the season and the league was sewn up or something, because there's a few, O'Shea playing. You've got Jordic on the bench. They've gone out and signed Charlie Miller in this sim. But don't worry about these kind of names. It is an away game. It's not the end of the season yet. The league is still there to be won, so there shouldn't be any rep from Man United in an away game. And player returns, Van Nistelrooy just edging out Veron and Chadwick. Nice game for Man United to come back to, I think. Be surprised if they don't win, score a couple of goals. Leeds Derby, so Leeds will attack at home. Derby play defensive away to high rep, but again, it's not completely tragic. It's not completely part of the bus, but maybe it should be, because any space they are leaving for Leeds are tearing them apart. I don't know if this is the most convincing one we've seen. I think we had one. I think there was an Arsenal game where they averaged 3. I think it was Millwall away, maybe, and they did batter them on the night as well. But yeah, Leeds will be. This is second place, I think, in terms of the season for what coming out good in Sims. 16 times they've hit 3 or more goals. 11 clean sheets as well. 2 man of the match for Mark Poom, or otherwise it could have been more. It's as good as it gets, really, which is kind of annoying because Larsson's injured. Viduka came out on top, so obviously Larsson was playing in these sims. I ran it before we got, Larsson came off. Viduka out on top. As again, poor decision making from me. Well, why I took a hit to get Phillips in for him 2 weeks ago when this fixture was coming up. Bit silly, really. Only myself to blame. We'll see whether I can get him back. I probably can't. Probably got other fires to put out, really. But we'll see how it goes. Liverpool Charlton. Liverpool will attack at home. Charlton, again, sort of mildly defensive. Not men behind the ball. Are counter-attacking. But yeah, there you go. Another cut and paste Liverpool home win. 4 times 3+ goals, 12 clean sheets. Charlton won a red card game here 2-0. Just again to illustrate the crazy stuff that can happen. Nothing's ever guaranteed. Gerrard and Dudek both got themselves sent off. Wilcox comes away with a brace. Never quite know what can happen. But playing the percentages, Liverpool 1 or 2-0. Returners, Fowler, Owen, Heskey. I don't know if we'll get to the bottom of Owen being on the bench, whether that will happen again, what fitness levels he's up to. Be interested in that on the stream on Sunday. But yeah, I think Heskey's a good pick. Yeah, good game for Liverpool, but I'd be a little bit cautious because they've got a blank in a couple of weeks. As do Man United, so don't be loading your team up with Liverpool Man United players unless you've got a chip that can sort it out. Millwall, Everton. Millwall will attack at home. Everton will play normal. And yeah, pretty even Stevens. Tough to call, but there's plenty of goals, aren't there? Not many clean sheets. So both teams to score. 2-1 win either way. 3-1 win either way. 3-2 win either way. Not a game for defences. You've got half a chance of getting something if you need to play someone like Alexanderson or Ifill. If you've got Di Matteo or Graveson's injured, but yeah, Di Matteo, another decent game for him. Or the Everton front two. Not bad. It's not as good as some other fixtures, but it's not terrible by any means. You could easily get a player out of this game in Team of the Week. And returns: Di Matteo, Campbell, Eiffel, Alexanderson, Rosinsky, Karatos. Another good game for him. He's done well since he came in. Spurs, Newcastle. Spurs will attack at home. Newcastle will play normal. And another good-looking home team here. 5 times Spurs have hit 3 or more. 12 clean sheets. Wouldn't have seen that under Hoddle. But perfectly possible under McLeish against Newcastle with their long ball tactics. 4-4-2 against 4-4-2. So it's a matching formation. Spurs have got a better, more aggressive tactic. And player returns, yeah, decent, not bad at all. Poirier, Rebrov, Slakovic. Shearer still did okay. Simon Davies, yeah, a good home game for Spurs. Hopefully Darren Anderton can do something for me here. And finally, Sunderland, Arsenal. Attack versus attack. And again, plenty of goals. Not many clean sheets at all. 4 clean sheets out of a possible 40 across the two teams. So both teams to score looks good. Arsenal just shading it, aren't they? They got the better players. But yeah, it's a match in formation, a match in terms of their attacking intent. But Arsenal just shading it with the better players, really. That's all there is to it. So Kevin Phillips came out, did well, did see a hat-trick along the way. Standard Kevin Phillips hat-trick against a big team. So yeah, he came out pretty well. Libra did all right as well. Yeah, the goals, yeah, front two, not bad at all. And then yeah, clutch of Arsenal players again. Whoever starts, another decent game for Henry. About time Perez did something again. That would really help me out this week. Whoever plays up front with Henry, not bad. Yeah, another game with not many clean sheets, so it could be a bit of a goal fest. Could be a bit of a goal fest this week. It looks like to me. Certainly hope so. That would be fun. So, quick recap of the top returns. Duca on top with Robbie Keane, Van Nistelrooy, Ben. Yeah, home game for Blackburn. Sunderland at home against Arsenal, so they will attack even though it's Arsenal. Yeah, Man United midfield did well. Pedersen, I could have made this a really long list. Though obviously there's lots of players joint on 13. I think there were another 3 or 4 players that were joint on 12. So yeah, it could have been a big list this week. So yeah, if you've got a free hit to burn, maybe it could be gold this week. I wish I still had mine, but as I say, so many injuries last week. I think the upside was maybe still worth it. Quick look ahead. So this is what it looks like for the rest of the season. So this is just focusing on how I think the chances for goals looks for each of the teams in their fixtures coming up. As I mentioned earlier, don't forget that Liverpool and Man United have a blank in game week 34. So they've both got good fixtures this week, but you don't want to be loading up on them too heavily unless you've got a plan to sort of undo it, really. A plan or a chip. And yeah, doubles coming up. This is how it looks at the moment. So that's it from me. Good luck with the game week, everybody. See you next time. Cheers.